Yo, what's going on, everybody? Fabs here with your early look at the Week 11 waiver wire before the Sunday night game here with my beloved Dallas Cowboys, who are likely to get whooped by the Eagles, but I guess we shall see. Anyways, let's start off with the quarterback position. Marcus Mariota, 2 big games in a row now. He's healthy. Looks pretty good. Beat up on the Cowboys, beat up on the Patriots. Next game against the Colts, worth an add off the waiver wire. Remember, you've got 6 teams on a bye. Lamar Jackson, also worth an add. Joe Flacco's banged up. Not sure what his status is going to be moving forward, but Jackson can run with the football, and that's huge for any quarterback in the fantasy world. Blake Bortles, who I had listed as a sleeper this week and start him and sit him, had 20 points. The return of Leonard Fournette helps him so much because he's not going to be forced to throw the ball as much as he has in the past, and that's when he gets into trouble. Turning it over, has Pittsburgh coming up. Moving on to the running back position, there's a lot of pickups that they're going to be on buys. So whether or not you want to pick them up, it depends on your roster space. Frank Gore, I mean, he continues to kill Kenyon Drake's value. I like Drake this week. Gore was the one who had the better game. Gore was the one who had more touches. The man is never going to die, as Marcus Grant likes to say. Rashad Penny and Mike Davis. Davis should have been added already. We're not sure what's going on with Chris Carson, and keep in mind Seattle is playing on Thursday night, so we could see Penny and Mike Davis splitting the carries again next week when they play the Packers, and the Packers' run defense is mediocre, let's put it that way. Theo Riddick in a PPR league, well worth a look off the waiver wire. He's got Carolina coming up. Doug Martin, if you're in a pinch, he's probably still out there in some leagues playing against Arizona. I mean, his numbers haven't been great, but he's getting the touches, he's getting the snaps, and he hasn't looked bad. So I guess you could do worse. I'm guessing Jalen Richard's probably already owned in your league. Elijah McGuire, Jets are on a bye, but keep in mind, he saw 56% of the snaps in the game today against the Bills, which, by the way, the Jets, that was bad, man. Isaiah Crowell scored the touchdown, but he saw 34% of the snaps. So McGuire looks like the guy there for the Jets, even though the numbers haven't been great. A deep dive, Jalen Samuels. With the Le'Veon Bell stuff going on, I don't know if he's going to report. The reports suggest he won't report on Tuesday. So when you get this close to the fantasy playoffs and James Conner's coming off of a mild concussion, all of a sudden Samuels is going to have some value, especially if you want to handcuff James Conner, assuming Bell does not come back. So keep tabs on that. At wide receiver, Josh Reynolds is an obvious pickup, and it sucks because Cooper Kupp is such a great player, and that knee injury, non-contact, looked pretty bad. So he may be out for a while. Hopefully not, but keep tabs. Josh Doxson, a touchdown in 2 straight games, now playing Houston coming up next week. Danny Amendola, I mean, dude's getting targeted a lot. And, you know, the Dolphins wide receivers, not a lot of great shakes. Amendola seems to be the most reliable one for PPR owners. So the problem is that the Dolphins are on a bye. So if you need him next week, you're going to have to look elsewhere. Same thing with Zay Jones, who, look at Matt Barkley, suddenly turning wide receivers into fantasy relevant players. Zay Jones, monster game. Problem is, got to buy. And who knows, at some point, Josh Allen's going to be back. So I think Zay is probably someone that you maybe don't pick up, but he's one of those guys that you wait and see and you watch and see what happens moving forward. Anthony Miller in Chicago had a very nice game alongside Allen Robinson. It looks like Miller is starting to see more work. Taylor Gabriel's seeing fewer opportunities in that offense. And at the tight end position, Jonnu Smith, I mean, he scored a touchdown in 2 straight games, and the Titans' offense is rolling right now. So he's certainly worth a look off the waiver wire if you need help at the tight end position. And that is my quick look. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone, but that's my quick look at the early Week 11 waiver wire. Be sure to check out NFL Fantasy Live coming up. Tomorrow I'm sure we'll be talking about all the waiver wire players and breaking down the Monday night game between Nick Mullins and Eli Manning. It should be a barn burner. See you guys.